Yay, aren't you so excited? So excited. Because it looks better than PS4. It's PC Master Race. All Nvidia settings turned up. Anyway, yeah, I was just syncing everything else. Okay. Alright. I'm streaming with OBS too, if anybody's curious about that. I was using Shadowplay too, but when I do that, I can't add all the video information beforehand. I've just been using OBS. And I'm at, yesterday started it and did sequence 1 and 2. Now I'm going to be starting at sequence 3. I'm using an Xbox One controller, plugging that in now. Just explaining why it's not going right in. Gotta sync real quick. There we go. Alright. Locate the thief. What the objective list is. How big is this map anyway? Oh, that must be the first part then. Parts will be bigger than that. Alright, so now we can get this thief. The game is really pretty. Even with 2770s. Actually, I gotta put, I think, VSync on. I'm getting some screen tear. Oh, it is on. Turn it off. Yeah, the frames weren't being swinging. Controller disconnected. There we go. Oh, nice. No, I'm not getting high frame rates even with the 2770s and SLI. It's running at 30. The bottom right is that's the Fraps frame rate counter. What, did he like spot me already? You gotta sneak up on him.
He must be up to something.
Fine, you little mobsman. Keep it.
Well, well. What do we have here? You're on our property. This is a different tune.
Excellent. What else does London have to offer?
Now is not the time for tourism, Jacob. Now's the time to find Henry Green. I've always been the quicker climber, haven't I?
Not since we were 2.
Race you to the highest vantage point. You're going to lose again.
Not on my watch!
Oh, come on. No. Alright, good.
Where is Mr. Green's shop located? It was marked on Father's map.
2 assassins. Equal in height. 1 female, 1 male. 2 decades old. And those devilish smiles.
You see a lot of
You
lag
must be
on
the
there?
Fry twins.
And you are?
Henry
Could
Green,
be-
at your service. I
could
was sorry
be
to
the
learn about your
streaming
father's
settings,
passing.
But it's the same I was using last
Thank
time
you.
in this game.
What can you tell us about Crawford Starrick?
I suppose the council desires news.
I'm watching
London must be free. To provide a better
the
future for
stream
all of
too
its
now.
citizens.
Well, thank goodness the council saw reason and sent you to aid us.
Yes. Thank goodness.
Unfortunately, I am the bearer of bad news. Today, Starrick sits at the helm of
What
the
do you
most
mean by
sophisticated Templar
770 not
infrastructure known in the
helping?
Western world. Every
Like it's
class,
too
every
outdated, you're
borough,
saying?
the gangs, the industries. His reach extends all across London.
Both of them together in SLI is a little bit, it's like a little bit more powerful than a 980.
Huh. Well, I have uniforms. And I'll unite a mix of disenfranchised outsiders under one name. That's it, Evie.
It was the newest
We can
one
rally
when
them to our
I built
side.
this computer,
Oh,
though.
like the way that you rallied those card players
Yeah,
at the
you
Open
were
Tavern into the
pretty cheap.
river.
Very
That was
good
different.
card.
They beat me at whist. I can see it now. We'll call ourselves the Rooks.
You were never good at
I
chess
like it
either.
better than the 780.
Have you got a better plan?
Find the piece of
780s only have
Eden.
3
Oh.
gigs of
Well,
video RAM and, like,
let me show you the lay of the land.
everything's on that now.
Shall
Video
we?
RAM.
This is the highest point in Whitechapel. This is the highest point in Whitechapel.
Look at what Starrick has done to the city. Whitechapel is riddled with crime. Child labor, despite regulations. A gang known as the Blighters overruns the streets, and Templars manipulating behind the scenes. As in all the other boroughs, we need to return this city to the people who built it in the first place.
We will free London from Starrick. You have my word.
Am I Rooks?
Miss Fry, your passion is inspiring. Come, Let us return to my shop, and I can bring you up to date on the rest.
Keep quiet. Kaylock's looking for me.
Who's Kaylock?
One of Starrick's gang leaders.
Why does he want you?
He's after some of my more arcane research into one of the precursor artifacts.
The Piece of Eden.
So tell me about these blighters.
In search of an army, Starrick gathered up the nastiest of the underworld. Some of the city's gangs tried to prevent it and were slaughtered for their efforts. Now, only Whitechapel's clinkers remain opposed, but they're no match for the blighters.
Well, let's shine these clinkers up then, shall we? They're just the sort we're looking for.
You can't be serious.
Evie, they're ready to fight and oppose the blighters. This is my chance to step in. Look out, London. Here come the rooks.
Confound this city. No one looks where they're going.
Yes, I've noticed that.
Bloody Drood. I'll never finish it at this rate. Only Providence knows where those words are headed now. Well, I must get to work replacing them. Should you ever be in the mood for a tale or two, you can always find me where the ale is warm and tempers are hot. Ta-ta!
What an odd man.
That Mr. Fry was Charles Dickens. Knows everyone and everything
Oh,
in the
the
city.
mic volume's
If
a
I
little
were
low.
you, I would keep that connection in your back pocket.
Alright. No, there's something else going on. It might... Because these are the same
Kaylock's gang is
settings
nearby.
I've been streaming
They must
with,
not
and
follow me
it's
back to
good.
my shop.
The frame
We'll take
rate
care
on the
of it.
bottom
Yeah.
right is
You might be able to use
what
this.
I'm getting in the game.
God, I hope so.
My carriage is nearby. Make use of it to throw them
But
off
yeah,
my
it's
trail.
not running
I will
as
meet you at the
smooth
curio
as it
shop.
was last night, so I don't know. I'm checking, kind of checking right now. I'm watching the difference between the stream and then what I'm seeing. You know, there's one thing I could check. No, thanks for telling me it was doing that. I didn't notice yet because I'm watching. Oh, that's why it was on borderless. That's why. Wait, and it's going way over. Wait a second. Is my SLI? No, SLI's running. It does say I'm using more RAM though. Shouldn't. Well, let me just do this then. Wait, what is it that's using so much RAM? There's a setting that's off. Because even on low, it's saying that it needs like a ton of RAM. Something's off with that. What changed? That's weird. I don't want to do 2170 that. It's still not right though. It shouldn't be saying I need 6 gigs of video RAM. Something's up with that there. shouldn't be saying that it needs that much RAM. Now I'm looking at the thing right now. I'll check the OBS settings, but I didn't change anything from last time. Oh, I'm doing that right now. It's something simple, whatever it is. I know it's not a big deal. Something small. One setting, they got it flipped. Because it's showing me that even here. I changed the stream settings. I changed it to 30 frames a second instead of 60 in OBS. So that might help a little bit, because I'm not running 60 frames anyway. Just wanted to have it in the ultra everything. See, now I'm getting... it's... okay. It crashed, so... that's fine, just give me 1 second. And that actually might be better anyway to relaunch it. Because something else wasn't right. Hang on 1 second, it's coming back on here. I'm gonna optimize it in Nvidia. Using the Nvidia the GeForce Experience. Optimize it that way. I'm gonna launch it from there too. Yeah, the optimal was all high anyway. It was something else was up. I'm gonna double check that my SLI is on too, because that would affect that. Sure. Yeah, everything's right. I'm launching it now, so thanks for hanging with it. Just give me just a minute. Oh yeah, I changed it to, at first it was on Windows borderless, which that can mess it up a lot of times. But it depends on the game. But I usually have to run in windowed mode to be able to use OBS. A lot of times it doesn't work for the game capture or application. Been a lot smoother so far, but this doesn't really count. It should be fine now, though. Because the settings I had were definitely off. And it's not my connection either, because I have 12 megabytes a second up. But the settings in OBS will, if you don't have that stuff set just right, it'll really. Well, I was using Nvidia before, but it's good because it doesn't have any load on the game. It doesn't really affect it much, but the problem with it is when I do that and use YouTube, I'm not able to. Let me adjust the screen for you real quick, off just a little bit. But yeah, I can't, when I use the Nvidia one, to upload it later is fine, but when you go live, there's no way to like update the info for the video. It'll just say Assassin's Creed running on, you know, what graphics cards and stuff. And there's no way to like sync an event, or that I can figure out yet anyway.
We need to lead them away from green.
Man, why does this thing keep disconnecting? It's really annoying. Yeah, I see that. I'm looking at it right now. You know what? There was just an update that OBS did. So I might, and I don't want to have to do that because I'm going to have to restart everything. I have to make a whole new event if I'm going to do that. Well, now to check in that stuff again. The OBS, it's at the bit rate's at 5,000 and CBR padding, buffer size up to 8,000, so it'll go up. I don't really see what else would be doing this. Constant frame rate might actually. There's one thing that might affect it there. Alright, it should be running okay.
Here comes trouble.
Their carriages
If
are
not, it
easily
might be a
damaged.
matter of restarting.
That's the fella.
Steady on.
Oh man, yeah, it's still doing it. It's doing it on my preview even. Man. I can see the problem right now. Let's see what else I could do to switch it up. Padding. Alright, well I'm gonna I'm gonna just restart and I'll start streaming again in a minute. It might just be a matter of that. It's the same settings I was using last night and it was working fine. But it might be the update with OBS. They just had a software update, so. What about the Windows fire alarm? Yeah, I think it's just the OBS update, I think, and I didn't restart after because everything's the same and it was working fine. I just don't have to restart the whole thing because that's annoying because I have to retitle it and everything. Alright, well just look at the channel in about like 15 minutes. It should be back up. And I'm going to just title it pretty much the same. So I'll be back. All that, I just had to get the coding software working again. Shouldn't be lagging like before now.
That's a girl. We need to lead them away from green. Here comes trouble.
Their carriages are easily damaged. Kaylock will rue the day.
Walk on, girl.
Yeah, I don't know why it's still
George would do nothing of the sort.
doing that.
Whatever's left of the Creed will perish under your control.
Harsh words, dear sister.
I might have to just make a new scene on OBS with new settings. I don't know
I do
why.
hope Mr. Green made it back safely.
I have to go through each one again.
And what do you suggest we do if our number one source of information turns up dead?
Starrick can't be that hard to find. I say we turn the carriage round and go right.
This is why you aren't in charge.
Just ran that guy over. I gotta do something about this. Trying to see what setting it is, but I don't know.
That's the way.
There, girl.
Easy. Steady on.
Alright, yeah, I gotta use Nvidia. This isn't gonna work.